Hello, welcome back to Up, the level 10 save. I'm still going to just call it that, I think. I don't know if it's a journeyman. We're still at Malvern Town, so therefore I guess it's not really a journeyman at this point. Things are going very well here. As you can see by the league table, we've won the league once again. We've ploughed on through, mainly because a lot of these games were actually played during our 24-hour stream, which meant videos were harder to come by. So what I've done is, we're going to do an end of season. Little bit of a review today, and we're also going to play a pretty big game. We've got a cup final, our first cup final in the save. We are playing Ilkeston Town, the team that have finished second behind us, albeit a long way behind us, in the Integro Dudson League Cup final. It's not the most lucrative of cups, and we're not particularly going to get much money from it, but it is a cup final, and therefore, if I click on the right thing, therefore I do want to bring it to you live in today's live comp match. We will get £2,000 if we win it, so it's not that much money at all. It's a competition that is made up of the teams that are at the same level of us so we've got Ilkeston Town, obviously, who are in our league, and it's, look, it's not a great tournament really at all, but it is a final and there is chance for silverware, so we're going to play it live. That's going to be there. In terms of the games that we have played, the last episode was all the way back in December. We are now in April, so like I did mention at the very start of the episode, we have made humongous progress, really. We've played all of these games here, and we've won the vast majority of them, as you can see. So the last game being Blackfield, we beat Worthing, Leicester, Gainsborough, Hornchurch, Burgess Hill, before we did lose to Stamford. A little bit of a weird one, this one. I don't really know why we lost. We actually went 1-0 up and still lost this game with our one away fan there watching. Bit of a weird one. I guess we're going to have one or two of those. We then went on a good run. We got a replay against Billericay before beating Billericay, which I thought was great. We got a nice bit of money from the FA Trophy. I thought we could continue and go quite far in this. And after winning all of our games except for one in the league, we actually didn't concede in. We actually won 3 games in a row that were 2-0 there. We didn't concede in 6 games. Sorry, 6 games, yes. 1, 2, 3. 5 games. We didn't concede in 5 games. And then we played Newark Flowserve and we lost. Quite unluckily, we were 1-0 up. They equalised. In the last 10 minutes, we went for it and they scored twice. And we ended up losing to a team that we really outplayed. I mean, it doesn't look too much like it there, but I didn't think we deserved to lose it. We've got a few players that I just don't think really like the big games, and we ended up going out of... Where are we on here? Going out of the Build Base FA Trophy. Very disappointing. We did, though, go on to win the league, obviously. Lots of good results since then, and then today we finish up with a game against Ilkeston Town. A team we have beaten a couple of games ago, 3-1. We are big favourites for this. We really should be winning this trophy at the end of today's episode. Let's hope that that will be the case. Before we do get into that episode, a few things to update you on, other than the results, which I'm not going to show you highlights from, mainly because there's just lots of goals and we're just winning lots of games. So I'd rather just move quite quickly through, get to the end of the season, get into a new season, season number 4, in a new league once again. But we have had some interesting developments, some quite exciting developments. We got our youth intake preview, and as you can see by the screen there, it did look quite interesting, especially the Spanish youngster. And it turns out that the Spanish youngster, by the name of Johnny, I think we might have a potential star on our hands here. I am very, very excited about the prospect of John Gonyi developing and becoming an important player for us. At 16 years old, I'm looking at these attributes and thinking, we've got a superstar. Maybe not a world superstar. Now, come on, let's temper expectations. We are a long way down the pyramid here. But if I just do you a comparison between him and Cale Price, I would argue that John Gonyi is potentially a better player. He's got better physicals, better mentals. He's only less on aerial and speed. And actually, he's only 16. So we know what Cale Price can do down at these leagues. He scored 40 goals a couple of leagues below this. At 16, if he develops just a little bit, he's already better than Cale Price. I am expecting big things from this guy. I think he can come all the way with us up the leagues, and I've given him a contract. So he's on a youth contract now till December. In December, he does sign a full contract with us. I say it is actually a full contract that we're going to pay him actual money. I'm very, very excited. I think I'm going to try and play him as much as possible. You can see I've given him 2 games off the bench. He didn't do much, but he's had first team experience now. We've got a few decent little players coming in from those youth intakes, and I kind of took it as an opportunity to go and have a look for other teams that might have youth players, and we made our first signing that actually cost a little bit of money. We spent 6k, everybody, on Richie Fallows, who was a youth intake player at Hereford. Again, looking at him, 17 years old, very nice mentals, decent physicals, 17. If he develops a little bit, he can be a very useful midfielder for us, I'm thinking. So we've brought him for 6k. I mean, I don't think he's going to be anything too special, but I think he'll be useful. We also, Liverpool rejected this guy from their youth intake. They decided not to give him a contract, so we've snapped him up. He's an 18-year-old goalkeeper who I think, again, bit of development, is a perfect backup for our goalkeeper, Nicholas Ta, who is our number 1 at the moment. There's a fair bit between them, but again, he's only 20. We've got 2 very good goalkeepers there. In terms of signings, that's what we've done recently. I do have this guy in on loan, Frank Bowl, who was another Liverpool cast-off. He's a left-back. I think he might be better than Jordi Gavea. So I'm thinking about getting him in. You see here, they're quite close in their comparisons. Bowl is a little bit younger, 5 years younger. He's already got better mentals, defending and physicals. Speed is the same. It's just these which will obviously develop for Frank Bowl. So I'm looking at getting him in. I don't think he's currently... his demands are too high for us. We can offer 275, which, I don't think he's going to accept this. I need to keep working on him. We'll probably do a fair few trials. Eventually, I'm hoping we can get him down to our kind of way of thinking. We might be able to get him in. We will see, though. In terms of anything else, what we have done quite recently is we have got all of our players signing new contracts. I don't think... Here they are. So the contracts that we had already arranged for the end of the season have now been signed. So Songo, Wilson, Muir, Zidane, Quansah, Sarara. So these are all on new contracts that I'm hoping will keep them here, keep them happy. We're going to need to look at how we can get them to sign contracts that start at the end of next year as soon as we can to make sure they don't leave. Because they've all had a great season. I'm very happy with where this squad is. With the performances that we've had, I'm quite happy with the squad, especially with some new players coming in like John Gonyi to replace Jermaine Defoe. In terms of the newer players, Ike Ugbo has hit a bit of form. He's now scored 11 in 19, 14 in 23. He's been very important. Jermaine Defoe's really been on the bench for most of it, but he's been a fantastic mentor, actually, which you can't take this for granted how important that is. Get in players like Jermaine Defoe. He's just mentoring John Gonyi now, which, that's great. We need him here to do that until he retires, Jermaine Defoe. Get him mentoring him with his excellent personality and mentals and all that. He's having a nice effect on his development. And I'll just point you towards Jayden Thompson-Brissett as well, because look at the goals. He scored 38 and 36. He got 40 in 33 last year. This year, he's got 47 all comps. He's absolutely smashed it once again. The midfield is great. I love the look of this team. Look at it. I love the partnerships that are now developing. This is our first team squad, and I think we're going to be able to pick it for our game against Ilkeston, which we're going to get ourselves up to now. Ugbo, Thompson-Brissett in attack. This weird little midfield thing we've got going on with Richie Smallwood, behind Zidane, Christy Davis and Niall John. And then Gavea, Akinola, Sra, Quansah and TA. They look like this. I actually think they probably go better that way round. That's how it looks. Let's get ourselves up to this Ilkeston Town game and get ourselves into a cup final. Let's go. I'll be back in a minute. All right, and we go to this cup final then. Let's go and get ourselves some silverware. The team is, as I showed you before, I've not made any changes. There it is, confirmed. Let's get ourselves in. There's the Ilkeston Town team. Interestingly, this fixture has actually been postponed, moved about because Ilkeston had another game against AFC Mansfield, which I found strange as this is a cup final. But there we go. The cup final is going to be held in the Bank Stadium in Walsall. So I don't know anything else about that, but that's where we are playing. It's one of the very biggest, and all the Malvern fans are sure to be watching with high expectations. Yes. Jermaine Defoe could be the last time. Yes. So I'm sure we'll try and get Defoe on. Natural choice as the captain. The fans, look at them. They are absolutely loving it. Nobody in this stand. Nobody in this stand. There's quite a few in that stand. And then there's a few dotted in the one on the other side. I was maybe expecting a few more. It is a cup final. It doesn't look like many people have turned up. But, you know, could be worse. And it is the stand that we're going to look at. So that's nice. It's first of all then, it's a long ball from Ilkeston, which we've picked up. There's the fans. Look at them. Gavea's got it. Gavea scored a beauty recently, actually. Just ran with it and scored. Ugbo's in. That's a poor little finish. Straight at Culverwell. I guess this is where we look at how our players cope with the big occasion. And, I mean, that's a horrible, horrible scramble in the box. Because, like I was saying before, a few of the cup games we've been knocked out of, I think because they've kind of froze on the big stage. Relatively big stage, I should mention. There's a few of our players that do seem to have that trait where they don't like big matches. I guess this being a cup final, we've got to hope that that isn't the case and that they still put a performance in. We've started quite well. A couple of really good chances there that I'd probably expect us to score. Thompson Brissett with that last one. Put it wide from about 6 yards out. Not so good. And it's an Ilkeston attack now, which we've now got the ball. Here's Zidane. Doing a bit of Zidane play there. Getting past his man. Niall John picks up a loose ball. And he's going to go back into the middle for Small. That's a nice ball out wide to Quansah. What can he do? Quansah finds... Well, he looks to find Thompson Brissett, who goes down under the tackle and wins himself a penalty. We've got a chance to take the lead. It's going to be JTB. He puts it in the bottom corner. Number 48 for the season for Thompson Brissett. He's got to be looking for 50 in this game. He runs over to this chair and celebrates with it, weirdly. He's got to be looking for 50. A hat-trick here gets him 50 for the season. Do you know what? I'd back him to do it as well. He recently got himself a 7-minute hat-trick to add to his 1-minute 32 hat-trick that he got earlier on in the save. I think he can do it. Ugbo's won this ball back. It would be nice to get Defoe on in this game as well, by the way. And also John Gagne. I'm looking to try and get both of those strikers on. So, if you can get your goals nice and early, JTB, as he gets another one, that'll be perfect for me. What did I say about him 1 in 50? He's gone back to his chair. He loves celebrating with that chair. It's a good ball from Christy Davis here. Flips it out wide for Quansah. Quansah again sets up JTB. It's a missed header in the middle, but it's a lovely little finish. It was Quansah's cross that won the penalty earlier on, you'll remember. Just the one assist, but he was heavily involved in that first goal as well. We're on the attack again here. If Thompson Brissett gets a hat-trick here, I mean, it's Gavea's, he's gone alone. He's run off clapping as well, which is interesting, considering he didn't pass and he just ran through on his own. I don't know who he's clapping. Maybe himself. Here is Thompson Brissett, looking for the hat-trick. Just flips it up into the keeper's hand there. I've said flips twice today, which is fun. I don't think I've ever said that before. I'm going to go with a shout. Let's go for get creative. Most of them liked it. Akinola didn't. He feels pressured by that. Okay, Akinola, you don't need to be creative. You're a centre-back anyway. You're fine. Really quick team talk there. I got the assistant to do it. We do have an assistant now, by the way. I don't know if I've updated you on that. In the last episode, I talked about how we didn't have anybody and we couldn't afford anybody. Since Jakub completed his move back to Poland, we had a bit of wages freed up and they allowed us to bring in some coaches. I brought in a new goalkeeping coach and a new assistant. I'm not sure what's going on here. Since then, if you look at our staff, it is the best in the league in every aspect now, which is nice. We're getting there in terms of improving. We'll have to have a look at it again next season because we'll be into a new league and probably you expect the standard to go up slightly. Ugbo is going. Oh, he's missed the open goal there. Maybe it was a tight angle. Maybe that was a bad miss. I'm not sure. I'm going to make a sub. It's going to be Ugbo off. Let's bring on Jermaine Defoe. Just because it is going to be his last game in a Malvern Town shirt. Because he's retiring after this game, I am going to look to see if we can get him as a coach. I don't know if we will be able to. I've a sneaking feeling that he might ask for quite a lot of money. We will see though. There's now 10 minutes to go in this final. And I know JTB is on a hat-trick and he wants one for his... I'm going to have to leave him on, aren't I? I'm going to play him in midfield. Is this weird? It is weird, but I want to get John Gagne on. I think it's just a nice thing that he could play maybe we change the... Let's change the formation a little bit. 10 minutes to go. He can't play there at all, can he? So let's do... Oh, hang on a minute. What's gone on here? Why is it... I thought I took Zidane. They've not gone off yet. Okay, that's fine. Wilson will be where... This has confused me. I'm going to just wait till they get on. And then... Right, they're on. Now we can actually do the tactical changes. That was way too much thinking that I had to do. Let's put Gagne in the middle as an advance forward. We've got a poacher, an advance forward, and a pressing forward all on the pitch at the same time. That is weird. What I'm going to do to kind of deal with that is I'm going to make him a ball winning. This is ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous. It's just to get the players on the pitch that I want on the pitch for the last few minutes. Give Gagne a chance to score. Give Defoe a chance to score. 3 strikers. A 4-3-3. Nothing's going to happen anyway. There's the final whistle. We are now champions of a cup. We've won our first cup. And Richie Smallwood is holding the trophy aloft. The players are loving it. Look at them bouncing around. There's me clapping. We're going to go over to this seat again. It's Jayden Thompson-Brissett's favourite seat. There's the players. I mean, it's not a big cup, but it is a cup, and I am happy about it. Let's calmly say congratulations. It's another one in the trophy cabinet, and we can be happy with that. It's a double. The league and the Integro Dudson League Cup are one. There's the press conference. Let's go to it and just say all of the top one. I'm not sure what I'm saying. 2K in the bank. Lovely. We've led Malvern to glory. There's the medals. Thompson-Brissett was in good form with another 2 goals. He hit 49 for the season then. He didn't quite make his 50. Not quite. And there we go. Very good news. What I'm going to go and do now is I'm going to go and get us into the off-season and go and get this transfer window done. This is how the squad looks now. This is how the team looks now. I wonder what it will look like when we get to June and July next year. I also need to go and get some friendlies to try and get this this money situation improved. It will probably be quite different. I'm hoping that we hold on to our big players. I'm also hoping we can bring in a few fresh faces as well. But as always, thank you very much for watching today. Please do make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, turn the bell on for notifications, and yeah, I will be back very soon with probably a transfer update for the summer and the first game of the new season. Season number 4 begins after this, and I'm really enjoying it. I'll see you then. See you later. Bye.